All right, there we go. All right, so in this video, I want to talk about hyphens. Okay, they do a lot of different things here for us. All right, so now this look, this isn't an issue anymore. Okay, but if you're handwriting or you're typing, and you don't have enough room at the end of that line to finish the word that you're on, you would break it between syllables and then just throw a little hyphen in there. Either between syllables, between double letters, right? Just put a hyphen in there and then continue on the next line. Word processors now do that automatically. If you don't have enough room, it'll take it down to the next line for you, so you don't really have to worry about that. We use hyphens for numbers between 21 and 99. So like you see here, like 20 and then hyphen one, right? Like that. We've got fractions. Okay, when the entire fraction is used as a modifier. So here, a 2/3 majority voted. Okay, we'd hyphenate that, but we wouldn't hyphenate 2/3 of the group voted because 2/3 isn't acting as a single unit in that case. Okay, you're just saying that you're just telling me how many thirds voted. That's all you're doing. Okay, whereas in the first, you're actually like referencing like 2/3, majority there. So it's acting as a single unit. All right. Certain affixes, so prefixes and suffixes, we attach, right? Ex whatever, so maybe ex president, self appointed, all knowing, great grandfather, right? You'd separate those prefixes with the hyphen, or perhaps you have like president elect or sugar free, something like that. You would connect those suffixes with the hyphen. Okay. Anytime you take a proper noun like Talton and then add a suffix to it or something, then you know, you would add, like you would use a hyphen. So if you came across something that was Talton-esque, right, then the hyphen would be between Talton and esque. Or maybe if you were talking about your life before you got in my class, you would talk about the pre-Talton period of your existence. So pre-hyphen Talton. Okay. Anytime we're using, like affixes that, in this case, prefixes, right? That might look, and we add the prefix to a word, but when we do, it kind of looks like another word. We use hyphens to avoid confusion. So we don't want to mean recreation, but have it look like recreation. Okay. So here we've got the hyphen between re and creation to indicate that's what we mean, right? We mean creation again, okay? Not something done for enjoyment. And then like here, we've got anti-intellectual. Okay. In that case, we just do it because we've got the double vowel and all that. It's a thing that's done. Okay. We also, whenever we have like compound adjectives, so like well run, right? Both of those things work, both of those words, well and run, work together to modify the program, right? So I would hyphenate that, okay? But I wouldn't hyphenate it if it came after like a linking verb, like this program is well run. No, in that case, program subject is linking verb, and then run is like the predicate adjective. Well would just tell me how it's run. Okay. But in the first case, we've got well run acting as a single modifier for program. Okay. The decision making process, right? So decision making work together as a single thing to tell me more about that process. And then, of course, city owned, right? This is a city owned park or something. We'd have that there. But that is not the case. So you could say, like, organically grown garden. You wouldn't hyphenate organically and grown. You wouldn't do that, right? Okay, now as far as dealing with plurality and hyphens, okay, passerby would not, if we wanted to make that plural, it wouldn't be passerbys, it would be passersby. All right. Son-in-law wouldn't be son-in-laws, it would be sons-in-law, right? But grown-ups, right, is like we pluralize up instead of grown, okay? Or, trade-ins, right? We pluralize the ends instead of trade. Okay. So you really need to kind of focus on what I would say is that, like in the second cases, right, the trade in and the grown up, those are things that are acting like you need both to make sense, right? Whereas in the first two cases, the passer and the son, that's kind of the core unit, and then the other parts of it, the by and the in-law, just kind of modify that. So in that case, the passer and the son being the core nouns, the core units, that's what you add the plural to, rather than in the second and or rather the third and fourth, the second two there. Um, in that case, they're both kind of working together to make a single unit. But there we are.